Welcome to a brand new episode of Undisputed Nerds. This is the podcast where we like to have fun jokes and play around about superhero movies, TV shows, and sometimes, just sometimes, video games. I'm your host, Zane, your captain of recommendations, and as always, I'm joined by the suave, the sophisticated, gentlemanly gamer.
Hello, everybody in Radioland, possibly, or wherever you are watching this from. Hello, yes, suave, sophisticated. I don't think I've ever been called that before in my life.
I was trying to go for a third.
Are you secretly looking at that picture of Robert Downey Jr. that's on your desk? I think that's probably what you're doing.
It's Ben Affleck, actually, but
sorry,
it's an easy mistake. It's an easy mistake.
Sorry, I got you confused with Rinsler. I'm sorry. It happens. Yeah. Well, thanks for the intro, man. That was lovely. Yeah, we do sometimes. I thought you were gonna steal Colt Cabana's line and be like, "It's the little podcast that could." And as soon as you start gearing it, I was like, "Wait!" It sounded very Cabana-ish here, but that's good. I'm glad. Yeah, how are you? What's new?
So, do you want to be extremely jealous or not?
I mean, I normally am. You're young. You're younger than me. You have I think you've got a higher paying job than me, and you own a house. So I'm already jealous of you. So yeah, go on then. Just add to it.
Okay then, fair enough.
And you've got 2 podcasts as well.
It's one more than you.
Exactly. No kidding, right? Yeah, go on. Make me jealous.
So I finally got a copy of Jeff Johns' Flashpoint Beyond.
Oh wow!
Oh, look at it!
Look at it shine. I didn't even know they'd done that, to be fair, let alone be jealous of you for it. But that is pretty snazzy.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm kind of happy that I managed to find a copy because I went to Forbidden Planet a few times and I couldn't. It's never there.
Yeah, well, I've still got the unread for tomorrow. There. How'd you like them apples? Yeah, that made you jealous, didn't it? Oh, blimey. Yeah. You want some ointment for that burn? It's Flashpoint Beyond, basically. Is it focusing on Thomas Wayne still then, or is it?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not actually future Batman. It's alt reality Batman.
It's that Beyond title, isn't it? It throws you off. You're like, wait a minute, is there a Terry McGinnis in the Flashpoint?
Yeah. Oh. What, they've got Terry McGinnis's dad to be Batman instead? That's terrible. His dad was weak.
Trying to give Barry Allen the Flash powers all over again.
God.
So it's just the sequel to Flashpoint, believe it or not.
Oh really? Okay. Because I've got what's it called? There's like the World of Flashpoint. Have you ever read those?
No, I haven't.
Oh, hold on a sec. I'll show you. Hang on a sec.
Get it out.
This is great for podcast. Hang on a sec. Get it out. Steady on. The World of Flashpoint, featuring Superman.
Look at that.
And then I've got a Batman one as well. The World of Flashpoint featuring Batman.
Is that written by Tom King?
I don't know. Why'd you put me on the spot like this?
Just look at the cover. It should say your name.
It doesn't. No, it doesn't say it on the front. That's the problem. It's Brian Azzarello.
Yeah.
And Eduardo Riso. But yeah, basically the stuff that happens in Flashpoint, like when Superman just randomly turns up at the end of Flashpoint, and he's
as he does.
Like you see what happened to him. You see the whole narrative as to why he's like that, and then the Batman is like you see what the world of Gotham is in Flashpoint. So you see like who his Joker is, and you see the Penguin and stuff like that in that world as well. That's all this. It's basically just like extensions of the world. So I guess it's kind of similar to Beyond, but it sounds like Jeff Johns has gone whole hog. I heard something very sad today, actually, talking about DC.
Oh, go on.
I heard that there's probably not going to be another Injustice game.
Really?
Apparently, so you know everything that's going on with Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the drawing room, boys. Back to the drawing room. So apparently, so Warner Brothers owns the rights, obviously, to DC. They also own
Mm-hmm.
the rights to the Mortal Kombat game, and NetherRealm, who are
Netherworld?
the people
Oh,
who
yeah.
make Mortal Kombat and Injustice,
Mm-hmm.
were basically given a choice by Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers said, we want you to either make one or the other and not both anymore. So you can either make Mortal Kombat or you can make Injustice. And they
Wow.
were like, oh, well, all right, well, we'll make Mortal Kombat then, because we've been making that for years. But yeah, they've basically just gone, no, you're not doing Injustice anymore then. We're going to take that off you. Bye-bye. Just do Mortal Kombat. Go off and do Mortal Kombat. Yeah,
That's very interesting because
very
it's
stupid.
highly successful game series as well.
Great. They're great games. They're really
Mm.
great. You know, I will say, I don't know whether you've played it or not, but like, I will say Mortal Kombat 11 is unbelievably good. Like it
Yeah.
is. Oh, dude, I finished everything on it on the Xbox. Like I did all the achievements. I did everything. I loved it that much. Like it was so good. But Injustice 2 as well is just incredible. Like it's just really well
Mm.
made and really well done. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's sad. It's just sad. DC are just they're just a mess at the moment, man. They really are, especially when it comes to computer games and stuff like that. They really are just all over the place. Like,
Yeah.
God, what are they doing? You know,
It's
I
they.
can't believe that Suicide Squad reveal. I still can't believe it. Like, I'm so disappointed.
Mm.
As an
I,
avid Arkham fan, like,
yeah.
I'm so disappointed in Rocksteady. But it makes sense why the founders left now.
Yeah. Yeah. To me, it looked like I think we may have said it before on this podcast, but it looked like a Saints Row game to me. Like I was just like, what is this? Like,
Yeah,
what I was expected, but
it looks. We may have said it on the podcast already. I'm sorry if we're repeating ourselves, guys. We don't see each other often enough. But it looked like a game that should have been released in 2016
yeah,
because that
very
would have
much
fit
so.
in with the time. But there you go. Hopefully they take it away and tinker with it and you know make it good. It's just so sad. You know, it's just we want another Arkham game, but like with it, you know, I want a proper Superman game with you
Yeah,
know, like that's what I want. And
same. Hands in the air. I enjoyed the Superman Returns game.
yeah, I did as
Came
well.
out.
I did as well.
I thought it was
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, okay, the final boss is a big tornado, but that's not the point.
The combat wasn't, wow, but I had fun just, flying around. It had that free roaming part of it, didn't it? And you could just sonic boom
Yeah.
into the city.
The thing is, right, it's really easy because I think a lot of people's problem with computer games and superheroes in general is that, well, they are ridiculously powerful. So how do you just, with Batman, it's like straightforward because he's just a guy essentially beating up other people. But like with Superman and stuff like that, how do you justify, his power? Because like literally nothing could stop him. And I've said it's really easy. Just don't set it on Earth. Set it on another world where it's either a different sun or a different situation, and then his powers are diminished, not gone, just diminished. And then he's got to slowly regain his powers over time. And it's the easiest thing to do, and yet nobody seems to have done it. And I don't understand why. But
or they could take a page out of Bruce Timm's book and just nerf him slightly. Like that's what he did when he did the animated series. He decided to nerf Superman because he was just like, I'm going to end up writing myself in a corner.
I love that they nerfed him, and yet he still has a fight with Captain Marvel that wipes out an entire town.
There's that, and then there's the whole Shazam bit, isn't there? Where he holds him up and he's just like Shazam, and
well, yeah,
Superman's like, ah.
Well, yeah, but that's a weakness of it. He's weak to magic. He's always been weak to magic.
I know that, but yeah, it's ingrained in my memories. I love it.
Yeah, Shazam! Oh, God, that was a good film. That was a good film. I'm sorry it's not doing as well as it should be.
I'm sorry, Levi. Don't stop
Yeah.
going on Instagram.
I tell you, did you notice though? What the theory is? Do you see what the theory is?
Go on.
He had a very salt and peppery hairstyle, didn't he?
He did. Yeah.
Yeah, there's only one other superhero that has a similar hairstyle to that.
Do you think
I
Feige...
I really could see him as Mr. Honestly, I'm not joking. I could genuinely see him as Mr. Fantastic. I really could. You know, it's not going to be John Krasinski.
Is that because of Chuck though?
No, I could just no. I it's not because of anything. I think he'd be good at it, man. I really do. But I don't. As long as he plays it seriously and not jokey. I mean, John Krasinski is the perfect casting for it. It really is, and we've seen how perfect he is as it. Like he's amazing as it in Doctor Strange. But I don't think that they'll do it. I don't think they're going to commit to it full time. But there you go. It is what it is.
I heard on a very popular podcast that apparently they've already been cast. They've been cast. Yeah, they've been cast for quite some time already. It's just, getting the ducks in a row.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
To lead up to it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Oh, here's a hot scoop for you. By the way, Hugh Jackman's going to be Wolverine again. Shh! Don't tell anyone. I'm sure that was decided a long time ago. Yeah. Is Jonathan Majors still going to be Kang? We'll see.
Swiftly moving on. I finally.
Zane doesn't like courting controversy on the podcast, guys. He's scared. He's scared of censors. That's what he's scared of. Jesus Christ. Honestly. Get over it. They're not coming for us. Jonathan Majors doesn't care about us, Zane. In the same way that Ezra Miller doesn't care about us. Choke Sam specialist Ezra Miller has never come after us. Think about it that way. And I've been bashing him on this podcast for 2 years.
It's not you who has to go to the Comic Cons.
Oh, get over it. I would go to the Comic Cons. It's we never organise it well enough.
That's true.
We're terrible at working together.
Yeah, we really are.
That's why I'm just talent. He just does it all for us.
I finally managed to get a copy of Volume 1 of Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil. I've been hunting for this for like over a year.
Have you read it though?
Not yet. It came yesterday.
All right. Okay. Fine. That's fair. All right. That's good.
It's on my reading pile.
Yeah. You big dork. Honestly, you sent me a message. What did you send me the other day? Where what's his name's back? Who's back? Someone's back on a writing team. Oh, what did you send me?
Hickman's
back.
That's
it. Jonathan Hickman's back. Yeah, it's like
I think that was the text, wasn't it?
Hickman's back. Hickman's back. I was just like, Zane, it's just a writer. The stories might be terrible.
We laugh because he saved X-Men.
Look, the only sure. House of X is fine. It's all right. The only thing that concerns me about it is moving forward with the X-Men. Like, how are they gonna? Like, how does it maintain? I don't see how it's going to maintain long term. I really don't. With their own. The whole point of the X-Men is they're supposed to be an outcast group that humanity despises them, and yet they still help them. They still help protect humanity, and like if they're their own civilization nation that is more technologically advanced than anything on the planet. I mean, it won't last, is what I'm saying. And it's it's like he didn't save them. I mean, the comic was not dying. It was just not very interesting for a while.
That's one way of saying it.
Yeah, there you go. It's the nice way of saying it, isn't it, really? Let's be honest.
It's the nice way of saying it, yeah. Sponsor us, Marvel Comics, please. Thank you.
Yes.
Or DC.
Yeah.
You listen.
Yeah. Come on. I'm not Ezra Miller bashing for nothing. Sponsor us. Yeah, anyway, Zane, I guess you should harp on a little bit about our other sponsor, shouldn't you?
I guess it's that time. I'd like to thank the sponsor of today's video, Surfshark VPN, who have given me, now get this, 83% off plus 3 months free. So if you've been meaning to pick up a VPN, now might be the time. Surfshark is a trusted VPN to help you protect your privacy online. Whether that's protecting yourself from malicious websites or if you're in a public Wi-Fi connection, you can keep your information locked down. Surfshark's clean web feature blocks ads, trackers, malware, and phishing attempts, allowing you to surf the web safely. Plus, it lets you change your virtual location. So if there's an anime on Netflix that's not available in your country, but say in Japan, guess what? You're in Japan now. You want to use BBC iPlayer to watch all of Doctor Who. So pick up Surfshark using the link in the description down below. Use code Undisputed Nerds and get 83% off and 3 months free. Great word from our sponsor today. So today's episode, I guess first things first, actually, housekeeping. If you're a long-time listener of the podcast, we've decided to move to bi-weekly episodes just to help free up our schedules. We're kind of busy now. Now we've almost made it.
So I would like to correct 2 things on that. One, we probably should have done that at the top of the podcast for people who are listening and going, where the hell are they? Or at the end. We shouldn't drop it right in the middle. Secondly, it's not that we're busy, it's that you've got a bigger job. And so now you're doing more stuff. Nothing has changed with me. I am exactly the same as I always was. It's you. Don't try and pin this on the both of us. It's you.
I mean, you're streaming on twitch.tv, right?
What, you mean on every Tuesday and Thursday like I have been for the last 6 months? Yeah, you're right.
And you've been posting on YouTube on that channel. What's that channel again?
Sorry, are you trying to imply that I've been putting actual effort into my videos that I post on YouTube instead of just exporting my videos from Twitch onto YouTube as an archive? Yeah, you're right. Gentlemanly Gamer on YouTube. It's now at 75 subs. It's crazy.
Links in the description down below.
It means nothing. Just can't accept responsibility, Zane. You're the reason we're doing it bi-weekly. That's why. You don't have enough time anymore. He doesn't have time for me anymore, guys. He hates me.
Try to keep him in my life, but he's busy.
No, he's all about the anime. He's all about what's popular.
Should we get on with this week's episode?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Yeah, sweet. So today I thought it'd be fun to play a little game of Nerd versus AI. The rules are simple. You choose a hero or a villain. Let's not put things into columns. And I'll ask the AI to choose 5 characters who it thinks that could beat it one-on-one with that hero or villain. Have I explained that well? I don't think I have.
I don't. I would like to put a disclaimer out to the rest of the listening audience. He told me about this idea 5 minutes before we started filming. I'm not prepared. I have nothing set up. This is totally off the cuff. So I don't know what's going to happen. I can only apologize if the quality of this episode is in the toilet. But yeah, I get it. Basically, I have to come up with content for the AI to then dispute. And then we have to decide if the AI is talking absolute hogwash.
Oh, good word. Hogwash.
Thanks. I was going to swear, but then I thought I'd pull it back.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. I know you don't like editing out the swears because you want to keep it family friendly.
No, it's the YouTube thing now. I don't know if you heard this. You can't say
you're not allowed to swear. I know. Yeah. I know. I do have a YouTube channel, you know.
Oh.
It's only if you swear in the first 8 seconds.
30 seconds or something. Yeah.
I think it's less than that. I think it's maybe 8 to 10 seconds. I think if you swear immediately out of the gate, then they're like, oh yeah, forget that. But if it's as long as you've marked your video as not for kids, it's safe. So yeah, it's all right. Should be fine. It's just demonetizing, isn't it?
Yeah. You can't say the unalive word that starts with an M either.
What? Starts
Yeah.
with an M?
Yeah. You know that thing that serial killers do?
Oh, you can't.
Unaliving.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm.
That's a stupid. God, YouTube's really weird, isn't it? Like it's a weird, it's a weird platform to. I mean, honestly, it's like there are certain platforms that are way too liberal about these things, and then there are certain platforms that are way too restrictive. Just get that nice balance, guys. Just come on.
All about balance, yeah.
Speaking of balance, let's get an AI doing it. Speaking of AIs,
what are you going for, hero or villain?
oh right, we're just literally diving straight into it.
Let's get into it. Let's give it a run.
All right, let's softball it. Wolverine.
Ooh.
Let's give it a nice softball.
Okay.
One of the most popular, well, arguably the most popular X-Man. I said that in a weird way. X-Man, arguably the most popular X-Man with the healing factor and adamantium claws. Surely, the AI must know who it is and must have. Did you set this up beforehand, Zane? I'm killing time here whilst you're typing.
I can edit that part out, you know. We could just sit in silence as I type and then
I don't want to sit in. Why would I sit in silence? It's an audio medium. God, honestly, I don't want your chunky edits coming in where you just chop and change. It looked like an episode of this, like, you know, joke Simpsons where things are just heavily cut out.
Okay, so I've asked the question.
It's going to be like the episode of The Simpsons where Radioactive Man, they're filming the film of Radioactive Man in town. And then they come in and they say, we've managed to edit out Fallout Boy in a creative and inventive way. And then it shows it and it's just like super choppy cuts all over the place to like different things. And then it just looks at them and just goes, you're fired. You're the guy going, and with good reason.
So I thought I'd make it a little bit more spicy, and I asked it 5 DC characters that could beat Wolverine one-on-one.
So let me get this straight, right? You've established what the rules are of the thing to begin with. You've established what the premise is. You've established what the idea is. And then you've immediately broken those rules within the first guess.
I wouldn't say broken the rules, just added another element to it.
Okay. What's it come up with, Zane? If it's come up with Christian Grey from 50 Shades of Grey, I'm going to be very disappointed.
So it's giving explanations as well, by the way. So the first one it came up with is Superman.
What? Yep. Okay.
You want to hear its explanation?
Yes, I want to hear its explanation.
As one of the strongest and most powerful beings in the DC universe, Superman would easily overpower Wolverine in physical confrontation. He possesses incredible strength, speed, and durability that far surpass anything that Wolverine could mustered.
Mustard. Well, they got the color of his outfit right. That's good. Yeah, mustard. Delicious. Deliciously mustard color. Oh, God. Well, they're not wrong. Yes, Superman would rip Wolverine in half in about 5 seconds, I think. So, yes, that's correct.
I guess this episode is going to be one for the power scalers. I can see them in the comments being like, actually, I think you'll have your no.
I'm sorry. Power scalers, there's no way in hell Wolverine would beat Superman unless his claws are somehow lined with kryptonite. There's no way. Like, there's about 1 million. Superman could literally freeze him and then shatter him with his breath. He could burn him into 1 million pieces with his laser eyes. He could physically fly him up into the sun. He could rip him in half. There's no way that Superman would not win this. There's no. Move along.
Do you think if he just took him to space and just let him adrift, that would be enough to kill Wolverine? I mean, to
No,
unalive Wolverine?
it wouldn't kill. Well, it depends on it. So Wolverine has had a fairly inconsistent healing factor over the years.
Yeah,
Sometimes it's ridiculous, and he can like insta heal whilst he's like burning, like
yeah,
literally
that's
having the
true.
skin flayed off him. And other times he gets shot and takes like 2 days to recover. So depends which Wolverine we're talking about. If it's like super factor healing, then
Mm,
yes, he would be able to survive that. But not being thrown into
mm.
the sun, I don't think there's any way he'd be able to survive that. Superman could literally drop the moon on him.
Yeah. Oh, I'd like to see that.
Who's the
Um,
next one?
the next one
You said it was going to be
is
5. You said there was 5.
there is five. That they are very powerful five. Um, the second one is Martian Manhunter. Do you want to? Do you want to hear?
Yeah, I want to
hear
hear its explanation.
with his shape shifting,
Mm.
telepathy, and superhuman abilities, Martian Manhunter is a formidable opponent for any opponent.
Right. Okay.
Uh, uh, just one more sentence. He can phase through objects, regenerate from his injuries, and manipulate his density size at will. Wolverine would have a hard time even landing a hit on him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So the I think the key thing that the AI has missed here is
Mm.
the fact that like he's also afraid of fire. So all Wolverine would have to do is light one of his trademark cigars and waft it around in his face, and Martian Manhunter would be wetting himself. Um, yeah, I don't know. I would say that's more of an evenly matched fight than the previous one, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, telepathy's a problem for Wolverine. Phasing and stuff, yeah, he could phase through things, but I mean, he's dealt with stuff like that before anyway, and it doesn't damage him.
Yeah,
There's plenty of stuff like that. I think that's much more of an even fight than Superman. you know,
I think so too.
where
Yeah.
it's like you try and claw Superman, and the literally the metal would just bounce off Superman's skin. It just wouldn't work. But yeah, I think Manhunter he could actually have a shot with, especially if he sets him on fire. Like if he manages to set him on fire, that's it.
In my mind, I can imagine like Manhunter constantly phasing, but he kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? Get tired of it, if you know what I mean. Just having to
I get
concentrate
bored
all
of it,
the
wouldn't he?
time.
After a while, he's like, "Oh God, we've been here for 2 days. So can I stop phasing now?"
I just want to be solid for a second. Like,
Exactly. I've phased so long, I've practically fallen to the center of the earth.
face.
Do you like that?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, that tickled you, didn't it?
Uh, who could forget the shape shifting as well?
I just got this image now of Wolverine just like constantly clawing at thin air as Martian Manhunter's just sunk further and further down into the planet, and Logan's just there.
I just, for a second in my head, I was like, can you imagine him at a Justice League meeting? And they were like, right, and Jean, you phase through, and he's like, I'm just sick of phasing now. Could I?
I picture it. I picture it more like someone says something awkward, like something either slightly racist or offensive, and then like Manhunter just like phases backward through the wall, like Homer disappearing into the hedge. That's what I picture.
I'm not involved in this.
All right, what's number 3?
Number 3 is, no surprise, Wonder Woman.
I knew it was going to be Wonder Woman. Is 4 Flash and 5 Batman?
Flash is in
I
the
knew
last
it
two.
was in... All right, go on. Give me Wonder Woman.
As an Amazonian warrior and
Wolverine, you
demigoddess,
mean?
Wonder Woman possesses incredible strength, speed, and durability
Mm,
that would allow her to easily overpower Wolverine. She
mm.
also has her lasso of truth, which she could use to restrain and subdue
Oof,
Wolverine.
Me. Oh, yes. Okay. Uh,
Do you think the
I,
claws could cut the lasso?
I don't think so. It's unbreakable. I mean, it's forged from, what is it, like the hair of a god or something like that, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it's like,
I think so. Yeah.
isn't it like it's supposed to be like Samson's hair or some rubbish like that? I can't remember.
Or
But like it
they
is.
retcon it recently, where it's like ninth metal,
Oh, it's nth metal, is it?
nth metal, ninth metal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I was wondering, because a lot of the DC artifacts are now in that pool,
Again,
aren't they?
power listers can tell us the difference between strengths of metal between adamantium and nth.
Mm.
I think probably it's unbreakable. That would be my guess. I don't know on this one. Yeah, that's that one's I would say Wonder Woman, maybe, just because of her super strength.
Mm. Be very
And
barbaric, I reckon. I reckon it would.
I think she's a better fighter as well.
Yeah.
She's trained, she's literally fought gods, whereas Logan hasn't. Although, I don't know, that's hard. That's actually a really hard one. I don't know who would win that.
Do you think it could be a stamina sort of race? Like, who would?
Yeah, it's a foot race, and then Logan chops off her leg. Yeah, simple as that. She's made of clay, ain't she? He'll slice through that like nobody's business.
True.
I would give the edge. I would give the edge just to Wonder Woman there, but I think that would be a very horrifically brutal fight.
You want to guess who number 4 is?
Green Lantern.
Think villain.
Oh, it's a villain, is it? So they've picked all the members of the Justice League apart from one. Let's see, a villain. Darkseid.
It is Darkseid.
Of course it is.
As one of the most powerful villains in the DC universe, Darkseid possesses godlike strength, speed, and durability that would make short work. He can also shoot powerful Omega beams from his eyes that would incinerate Wolverine in an instant.
Yes, that is correct. I have nothing further to add. Yes. Yes, Darkseid would destroy him.
I'm surprised Batman's not on here. Considering Batman's kind of
Ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, considering Batman has literally laid out plans to defeat all of the people that have been listed on this thing. Batman can't be on there though, because if you get Batman and Wolverine in the same list, then they become Nightclaw, the amalgam version of Wolverine and Batman together.
Callback. Great callback. Do you want the last one then?
It's the Flash. I know. I guessed it already, didn't I?
Do you want to hear its explanation though?
Of course. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Hit me with this incredible AI logic.
With his incredible speed and reflexes, the Flash would be able to dodge Wolverine's attacks and land blows that would be impossible for Wolverine to see or react to.
Possible.
He could also use his time manipulating abilities to slow down time or time travel to gain an advantage over Wolverine. So basically it's saying he could go back to when he had bone claws.
He could go back and create Flashpoint again. And we all know what a mess that made. Yeah. I mean, yeah, because obviously Logan's never dealt with any speedsters, like Quicksilver.
No.
No.
Who?
Sure. Yeah, right. Who? Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
Do you mean Ralph Boner?
Oh yeah, I mean Ralph Boner, yeah, from the popular television series WandaVision. Yes, that's what I meant. Yes, sorry, my bad. Yeah, I mean, I guess Flash could. Again, it depends on healing factor, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah.
It depends on how strong his healing factor is. If it's like, survive the sun exploding healing factor, or or I've been stabbed, give me a lie down. I think he could probably beat the Flash, honestly. The fact that Flash would have to time travel back in time to beat Wolverine is normally a good sign that Wolverine would probably win.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Considering that's usually held for crisis events.
Yeah, the only time that that's happened in, like, I can think of 2 times in the comics that a speedster or somebody has changed time. So Barry obviously went back in time to stop his mother from being killed and then created Flashpoint. But then the only other time I can think of it is the Age of Ultron, where I can't remember which characters it is, but I know Wolverine's in there, where they
Mhm.
literally had to go back in time and decapitate Hank Pym to stop Ultron from ever being created.
Yeah.
I mean, that's when you know you've lost, isn't it? When you have to go back in time and behead someone, that's when you know you've lost.
What's
So
worse
yeah,
is that he turns into Giant Man, doesn't he, to fight Wolverine? And
Yes.
it's just kind of like, you've already lost, mate. You may as well
Yeah.
just
Get over it, mate. Yeah.
take it on the
Yeah,
chin.
Ant-Man wasn't on that list, I see. All right, good. Well, we've set the level at least, I guess, for this AI. This is great. So, all right, let's flip this on its head and freak it out, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's make it a DC villain
Okay.
going against Marvel people. Can you program that in? And I'm going to
And-
give you one of the most nightmarish ones that you're going to absolutely hate me for this.
Go on.
Larfleeze.
L-A.
LAR FL EEZE.
A-double-E-Z-E.
LAR
Yeah.
FL
Yeah.
EEZE.
Generating. Got 3.
It's found 3. Okay.
We've got a number 4.
Okay. It's taking
And
a while, is it?
We've got a number 5. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Do you know who Larfleeze is?
Yeah, he's the Orange Lantern.
He is the Orange Lantern. That is correct. Yes. So for those of you not in the know, there was a string of books that I've talked about many times on this podcast called Blackest Night, and before the Blackest Night, there was the War of Light, where all these different lantern corps started popping up. So you had blue, red, yellow, and orange. Orange is representative of greed, so it's avarice. And because he's so greedy, there could only ever be one lantern. So his entire corpse is made up of like basically undead, well, not undead people, but like the spirits of people he has claimed with his lantern. So like greed constructs, basically. And he's amazing. Larfleeze is amazing. So I'm very curious. He's very powerful as well, like extremely powerful. The orange light is pretty badass. So I'm very curious to see who it's come up with. If the list is Superman, Flash, Darkseid, after I ask for Marvel side of things, I'm gonna be furious.
Well, it's definitely given Marvel answers.
This is gonna be terrible, isn't it, Zane? I can see it already.
Do you want to guess any of these?
Nova.
No.
Then this is terrible AI. Okay, is it? Answer me this: is it evenly distributed between heroes and villains?
No.
Well, it can't be. I know, but like, is it more skewed towards heroes or villains?
We've got 3 heroes, 2 villains.
Okay, Iron Man's going to be on there somewhere. Really? Star-Lord?
Think more cosmic.
Yeah, that's why I said Star-Lord. Think
Good,
more
even
cosmic.
Beyond cosmic.
Has it gone obscure? Has it gone obscure? Thanos is going to be on there for sure. Of course it is. Annihilus?
No.
Galactus.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you see where it's
Just
going?
read the list. Read the list out. I want to hear the rest of them from you. Read the list.
So at number 1, we've got Benedict himself, Doctor Strange.
Okay.
As the Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Strange possesses incredible magical powers that he could use to utilize Laughavies. I can't say it properly.
Larfleeze. Your mic is
Larfleeze.
cutting out, by the way. Just a heads up.
Am I?
Yeah, just a little bit on certain words. I didn't hear you say Larfleeze then.
I might have peaked.
Yeah.
Neutralize Orange Lantern's abilities. He could potentially use his magical abilities to banish or trap him in another dimension.
Yes, he probably could. Yes,
He probably could. Yeah,
he probably could. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, I would say that's a pretty straightforward win for Doctor Strange. Yeah, definitely. Yep. Moving on.
I wouldn't mind seeing that. To be fair, I think that'd be quite a cool fight to
It would be very cool. It would be very cool. It would be nice to see, because he'd probably have to. Yeah, it'd be cool to see all the portals opening as he's like dispelling the constructs and stuff. That would be awesome. But I mean, once he works out that he gets rid of the lantern, as soon as he gets rid of that lantern, that's it. Like, it's game over. Or sling rings Larfleeze's ring right off his hand. Gets the old crimson bands in there and just whips it off.
The battle of the sling rings.
Yeah, or uses that like he does in the Multiverse of Madness, and just creates that bandsaw and just chops off Larfleeze's hand. Savage Strange.
Number 2, we've got Thanos, Big Chin himself.
Okay, so here's the thing: is it Thanos? Is it Infinity Gauntlet Thanos, or is it regular Thanos?
The first sentence. Marvel Universe and possesses the power of the Infinity Stones.
Right. Okay. So yeah, if he's got the Infinity Stones, then he just snaps Larfleeze out of existence. There's no competition whatsoever. That's it. Yeah. Fine. Okay. I would say the much more interesting idea is without the Infinity Gauntlet, because I genuinely think Larfleeze would win if he didn't have the Infinity Gauntlet, because he would just overwhelm him with constructs.
Yeah.
Because Larfleeze doesn't even need to get because if Thanos gets close to Larfleeze, he'll knock him out with a punch, like one punch. It's like it's the Doc Ock Spider-Man like fight scenario, where it's like the whole reason why Doc Ock is formidable against Spider-Man is that the arms never let Spider-Man get anywhere close to the man himself. And it's the same principle with Larfleeze. It's like if it's non-Infinity Gauntlet Thanos, if his constructs just keep kicking the hell out of Thanos and he never gets to land a punch, then yeah, he's going to win. But as soon as Thanos gets a hit, that's it. It's game over.
Yeah, there is a certain stubbornness to like Thanos' fighting style, isn't it? Like he's a tank, really, isn't he? Like he's not scared.
He's very tenacious. Yeah.
But
yeah, he's much like Bret Hart is to the Timex watch. He takes a licking, but he keeps on ticking. I will never forget that promo. I think it was Survivor Series 95. He did that promo, and he says that in the video. He's like, I'm like a Timex watch. I take a licking, but I keep on ticking. I was like, I love you, Bret Hart. You're amazing.
Never change.
And he never did.
Number 3 is a
wild getting horse kicked in the head. Like fighting a 200-pound gorilla. Right. Sorry, number 3.
Number 3 is a really wild pick. Franklin Richards.
Oh my god. Okay. Wow, they really did, it really has just programmed in to have the most powerful people. So Yeah, so for those of you who don't know who Franklin Richards is, he is the son of Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman.
Mhm.
He is a mutant who has the power to shape reality to his will. So, yeah, I'd imagine he'd just blink Laughley's out of existence.
Reality is pretty much.
Yeah, is that what it says? It just alters reality.
Yeah, you've almost said it word for word. Richards has the reality warping abilities that could potentially neutralize his abilities. He could potentially alter reality to make Orange Lantern's powers ineffective.
He's known also as Agent Orange, if you want to call him Agent Orange, if that's easier for you instead.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, no. Franklin Richards would win instantly. Because there's not even a scenario there for take away the Infinity Gauntlet. It's just he's just always that powerful. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
can't switch it off really. Number 4. Already guessed this one. Galactus.
Yeah, I mean, actually, you know what? I don't know. I actually don't know with that one. I really don't, because again, it's the over. Look, it on paper, yes, Galactus would win easily.
Mhm.
He'd just zap him, and that would be that. But it's the overwhelming nature of it. If he just fires out a million constructs on him and prevents him from feeding, because normally with Galactus, it's normally a case of if you beat his machine, then you beat him,
Mhm.
because he then can't feed. But also obviously there's the first time they ever meet him with Mr. Fantastic showing him the ultimate nullifier, and Galactus
Yeah.
going, "Oh, I don't want to do that. No, thanks." So there are methods to beating Galactus in a one-on-one fight with nothing else involved. I think Galactus would win,
Mm.
but in mitigating circumstances, you haven't set up the arena for this, by the way.
No.
You haven't set the arena for this. Are we saying that this is a free-for-all, anything can happen, or are we saying this is a strict one-on-one, they're trapped in an arena kind of situation?
I couldn't really say because, for
But you
example, with
must. It's your
this,
game.
well, I just kind of think if these characters were to meet, I don't know, in the dead of space, and they have to throw
Okay.
hands for whatever reason, then
Yeah, Galactus.
yeah,
Galactus would win. Yeah, I think so.
I feel for those who may have only just seen the movies and they think of Galactus as like the Fox Storm.
Sorry, yeah. We're talking about proper Galactus, not the dust cloud.
Yeah, because wasn't there?
What is it? Swarm of nanites, isn't it?
But isn't there? Don't they do that in the Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern movie, where it's just like a storm heading to Earth?
That's Parallax. That's different.
Yeah, but isn't it the same kind of thing? They don't. He's not like a giant bug in that movie, right?
Yeah, no. Wait. What? What are you talking about?
You know, in the movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, I know,
I'm,
but
I'm,
that's not Laughley's.
I know that, but I'm just using it as a comparison. Like,
But it's not a compare. It's not the same thing.
is Parallax like a giant yellow cloud coming to Earth in that movie?
He is in that movie. Well, no, he's a brown cloud. It's even worse. He's a big poo cloud coming to Earth. But no, it's not that. Like, so yeah, but like it's for different purposes. Like Galactus is that is just a terrible movie, and it doesn't understand the characters that it's working with. The version that is in the Fantastic Four movie, The Rise of the Silver Surfer, is a version of Galactus. That is an accurate version of Galactus. It's just not the Galactus that we all know and love. It's the ultimate version. Yeah, exactly. That's the Ultimate Universe's version of Galactus. That is legitimately what Galactus looks like in the Ultimate Universe. He's a swarm of nanites that comes and devours planets. So technically, they did do a an accurate Galactus. It's just not the one that we wanted to see. which is unfortunate. But hey, at least we know that Fantastic Four movie's set in the Ultimate Universe, so there's that. But no, the parallax thing is ridiculous because yes, you're right. Parallax in the comic books is there's no variation of this where he's a poo cloud. There's no variation of that. He has always been like a giant praying mantis kind of insect, weird,
yeah.
monstrous thing. There's never been a point that he's been a poo cloud. So no, that interpretation was terrible, awful.
Number 5 is a fun one. Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer when he's a herald, or Silver Surfer when he's regular Silver Surfer?
See, it says as a former herald of Galactus.
So regular Silver Surfer. It's pretty even. I would probably give it to Surfer just because the power cosmic which is what the energy field that he taps into for his abilities, is more powerful than an Orange Lantern on its own. I would say. But it's weird because they both play around with powers of the universe. So don't know on that one. I would give the edge just to Silver Surfer, but it's a close run thing.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Interesting choice by the AI though. That's actually that one is not as bad a list as the previous one was.
I think it went really heavy though. Do you know what I mean? It went.
Yeah, but he's quite a powerful character. I mean, he is really quite a powerful character, so it does make sense. But no, it's interesting. Do you want to do one more?
Yeah, we could do one more.
All right, we'll do one more. Okay, so I'll give you the choice on this one, Zane. We can either go off the wall Marvel villain or hero. And when I say off the wall, I mean off the wall, crazy powerful Marvel hero or villain.
Ooh, I'm interested in the villain.
Okay. Onslaught.
Okay.
So traditionally in the books, there's only one person who could ever stop Onslaught, and that was Franklin Richards. So I'm very curious to see what they come up with.
Is he again?
Huh?
This is Onslaught.
Onslaught?
Yeah.
Who is he?
No, did you want DC characters?
Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind. Yeah, it's your choice. You pick. You pick, darling. For those of you who have no idea what Onslaught is, by the way, Onslaught is the psionic amalgamation of the personalities of Charles Xavier and Magneto combined. After Charles basically wipes the mind of Magneto, and Magneto does something very horrible to Wolverine. Charles wipes his mind, and in doing so, imprints Magneto's memory and personality onto himself, which forms this unique consciousness, which then spawns this psionic entity known as Onslaught. It was a big event in the 90s. The Onslaught saga even, sorry, I said that weird way. The Onslaught saga. And yeah, it was a big deal, and it spanned across everything. It's kind of one of the early Marvel events, I guess. Yeah, it was Franklin Richards who would eventually be able to stop him. So I'm curious what the AI comes up with.
I don't think it likes that word.
Onslaught. Have you spelt it right?
Yeah, I've just double checked.
Do you want the other one instead?
Yeah, give me the other one.
Sentry. And for those of you who are not aware who Sentry is, people say he's like the version of Superman. He's not really. Hyperion is the version of Superman in the Marvel universe. Get it right, guys. Sentry is he is ultra powerful. His tagline is basically he's got the power of 10,000 exploding suns. Is what his apparent setup of. But basically, he's kind of like Superman. He's got super strength, flight, and vulnerability. He's got a slight twist though, in that he's got multiple personality syndrome, or multiple. I can't remember what the disorder's called. But basically, his arch villain is himself as the Void. So it's himself, but as a villain. Go on. What's it come up with?
Ooh, so I asked it 2 questions. I said,
I love that we broke the AI with Onslaught. Can I just say, I'm so
I
proud.
know.
I'm so proud. So happy to hear that. Go on.
I asked it 5 DC heroes that could beat Sentry,
Mm-hmm.
and I also asked 5 DC villains that could
God,
beat
do you want us to be
Sentry.
here all night? What are you
No,
doing?
I'm giving you a choice now. Which one would you want to?
Why is it always on me? Why is it always on me? Villains. Go with villains, because I know it'll just pick Superman and like ridiculous like heroes. I want to hear the villains.
You're not wrong, actually.
Yeah, of course.
Villains, we've got Darkseid.
Okay, yeah. I mean, for the same reasons that we talked about earlier. I actually think Sentry would win that, by the way. I really do think Sentry would win that.
Yeah. It'd be good.
Because he's basically Superman, isn't he?
You counter argument yourself there.
Well, no, because remember when? Yeah, that's true. But like, remember when he's literally killed a god with his bare hands before? Because he ripped Hercules in half, didn't he? So
yeah, and
yeah,
Carnage.
I think, and well, yeah, I think Sentry would win that one.
Second one's a bit ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-Monitor.
Again, if it's a one-on-one thing, that's hard, actually. That's really tough. If it's a one-on-one thing where they're just dropped in space.
Yeah. You want me to read the explanation?
Yeah. I want to hear it.
The Anti-Monitor is a being of immense power who can manipulate matter and energy. He can also absorb entire universes to increase his strength.
Yeah. Yeah, I that would be the Anti-Monitor, I think, in a one-on-one fight. Yeah. It's so ridiculous when like, I love that there's a bit like Anti-Monitor is so stupid, like, because there's the Sinestro Corps in the Sinestro Corps War books, when they go to there's the home planet of the Sinestro Corps, which is called Quad, I think it's called, or something like that.
Yeah.
Like, they've got these like avatars of like of the generals, as it were, of the Sinestro Corps. So you've got Sinestro, who's obviously the head of it, right? And then it's quite easy on the Green Lantern side to identify core Green Lanterns that are really important to the cause. You've got your John Stewarts, you've got your Hal Jordans, you've got your Carl Rayners and Kilowog, exactly. Kilowog, whatever that beak one is that I can never remember the name of.
Tao Mao or something like that.
Yeah, Tamaru, or I think it's called, or something Tomaru. Yeah. So yeah,
He Krypton die.
Yeah, exactly. And then you go to an Ion as well, as like the avatar of the personality thing. And then you go on the Sinestro side and you've got Superboy Prime, right? Cyborg Superman, okay, who's controlling the Manhunters. So he controls all of them. And then they're wandering around Quad, and they turn around a corner, and the Anti-Monitor is one of the Sinestro Corps generals. And he's got the full like Sinestro Corps symbol on his chest and everything. It's ridiculous, but it's amazing. I might have to find that panel for you in a sec. Anyway, yes, Anti-Monitor would win. He would win. Keep talking. I'm listening.
Number 3 is a really weird one that I wouldn't have seen coming. Trigon, the demonic ruler.
Interesting.
Very magical based.
That is very magic based. Go on. What does it say?
Demonic ruler possesses vast magical abilities, including the power to manipulate reality, telekinesis. The second sentence starts off hot. He's also immortal and can regenerate from almost any injury.
Okay, well, he's also immortal. That then leads to believe that probably it's going to be Sentry losing that one. Look at this panel. Can I just say, look at how amazing that is.
Ooh, look at it.
That is the entire Sinestro Corps coming to Earth, led by Superboy. I think it's Superman Prime at that point. But I'm trying to find the panel that I was talking to you about, where it's got the Anti-Monitor just like working on the whale that's in. It's honestly, it's bizarre. Go on. I'm sorry, I am listening.
That's okay. Yeah, I think it's a odd choice for those who are unfamiliar with Trigon. Yeah, he's the father of Raven from the Teen Titans. So...
The wrestler. He's the father of Raven, the wrestler. Quote the Raven nevermore. That's unbelievable. Johnny Polo. All right, who's the last one? Go on.
There's two more. Second from last, we've got Brainiac.
Okay.
I can't really see that one, to be honest.
No, I can't either, but I'm curious as to what their explanation is. Their explanation. The AI's explanation.
It's probably talking about itself here. The advanced android has vast intellect and possesses advanced technology that can manipulate reality, time, and space. He can also transfer his consciousness to other bodies or machines, making him nearly impossible to kill.
I mean, yeah. Thanks, Skynet. You're not terrifying me right now or anything. This is the panel I was talking about. They just turn around the corner and there's that. So for those of you who can't see on YouTube, on the podcast, go check it out on YouTube. Yeah, that's what they turn around the corner into. That's the Anti-Monitor, just for the record, with his nice little Sinestro Corps symbol on his chest. He made all the effort to get all dressed up for it.
His teeth out, smiling.
It's not his teeth. That's his mouth. That's just how he looks. Like he's got his mouth. That is what he looks like normally. But he's got a nice little hat on with like the little symbol. It's like, oh, Anti-Monitor's dressed up to be part of the war. That's sweet. The supreme being. The supreme being who controls like the anti-universe. Oh, he's just dressed up for it. That's nice. Oh.
Like that character in 300, and he's like, "Can I have a cape?"
Oh god. All right. So the machine has slowly started to tell us that he's taking over the world. What's his last choice?
You are going to explode at its last choice. You ready?
Okay. In fury or in pleasantry?
In pleasantries.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, go on then. Hit me with it. I'm excited.
Sinestro.
Hey! No way. Absolutely no way. Sentry would pound him into a mulch in like 5 seconds. There's no way. Because I'll tell you exactly why. Sinestro he would be too arrogant. He'd let his hubris get the best of him. And then Sentry would basically rip him in half.
Because that's his finisher move.
That is what he does. Like that's literally he can do it two ways. He can either do it leg to head or straight down the middle. He's done both. But like I guarantee you that all that would happen is Sinestro would start monologuing and Sentry would be like, I'm not having any of that, and then just rip him in half. You know?
You want to hear the AI's explanation?
That's the shot. Look at that. That's an amazing shot. I love comic books, man. I still love Green Lantern. It's still the best. It was Blackest Night's still the best. Anyway, yes. Sorry. Yes, give me the explanation. Come on. Why would Sinestro win?
As a former leader of the Yellow Lantern Corps, Sinestro has access to the power of fear. He can create constructs of yellow energy, much like a Green Lantern, but his constructs are often more powerful and deadly.
Are they? Are they?
I mean, a floating sword is kind of powerful and deadly.
Yeah, against Sentry. I mean, come on. Don't be ridiculous. Don't be ridiculous. No, it would be Sentry who would win. For sure.
The fear thing's quite interesting though, because kind of going back to what you said earlier about the void, it kind of feeds off Sentry's negative. I think it's like his negative feelings and stuff like
Yeah, but
of
the
that
ring
nature.
doesn't do. Yeah, but the ring doesn't do.
Yeah.
That's not what the ring does.
No.
The whole point of the whole point of the Green Lantern rings and the power rings in general, they tap into the emotion of the person who is wielding them. So it's like the reason why he can wield the yellow ring is because he's got the power to instill great fear in others. So and that's what creates the construct. Now, what they should have done, if it was him with the parallax entity inside him, which is the living embodiment of fear, then yes, he would have stood a lot better chance against Sentry. There's the yes, and he probably wouldn't have been ripped in half at a moment's notice. But honestly, I can see the fight going now. All that will happen is Sinestro will do one big move, like create a construct and drop it on his head or something, and then he'll land on the floor, put his shields down, start monologuing, and then Sentry will just come out and just flick his head off.
Yeah.
That's it. It's game over. There we go.
There we go.
Well, that was an interest. I will say the AI wasn't as crazy as I thought it would be. The Wolverine generic nature of the thing was very, very, very generic. But after that, it got some quite interesting ones. So that was good.
I feel like it's got some safe choices because when I look at the hero list, I've run through it just for those who are wondering what it came up with. The hero list was Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, Green Lantern, and Shazam.
So almost exactly the same list as Wolverine.
Exactly the same as Wolverine.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough. Good. Well, I think that we're safe at the moment from Skynet. I don't think it's we have to worry about it, taking away our superheroes. But was there anyone that you would want to test against the AI listeners? Is there anyone out there that you would want to put up to the challenge of an AI rap battle? If there is, let us know. How can they get in touch with us, Zane?
You can get in touch with us by emailing nerdsundisputed@gmail.com. Of course, you can follow us on all of our social media at undisputed_nerds. As also, you can follow me on Instagram, Twitter at Zane_Taicho. All the relevant links will be in the description down below. GG, if they wanted to let you know, love this AI to pitch.
Oh yeah, if they want to pitch something to me,
yeah.
All right, I'll listen to anything, even an anime podcast. Let's go for it. You can get me on Twitch, twitch.tv/GentlemanTheGamer every Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can also get me on the gram at GentlemanTheGamer. Although I'm still really lax about putting stuff on there. And yeah, I've got, like, as he mentioned at the top of the show, I've got like an archive thing on YouTube. You can check that out if you want, but it's no big deal. Yeah, I don't know what. I'm not here now for ages, Zane. You gotta go without me for a while.
Go alone.
How are you gonna do it? Look how happy he looks that I'm going away. He looks so happy. He's like, oh, finally I can get in a real presenter.
It's gonna be me and this AI.
You know what? I would actually listen to that. That would be great. He's slowly phasing me out, guys. This is slowly the plan to replace me. He's gonna replace me with a machine. I feel like one of those like mechanics and stuff where like the robot comes in and takes over their auto car workshop, and that's it. It's just like an automated factory thing then. It's gonna be like, oh, how you doing today, chatbot? I am well, thank you, Zane. How are you? Doing great. So glad you asked. I can see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're tired, aren't you?
I'm peaking. Yeah.
All right. Go to bed, Zane. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you in a few weeks. See you later. Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.